Why did BTS's V meet his mother at the military camp? A story behind the emotional encounter. Does a K-pop superstar like BTS's V need his mother's presence in a military camp? Is there something unusual going on? A striking introduction. Imagine a global star, typically adored on stage amidst dazzling lights and cheers from millions of fans, now facing challenges in a military camp. This is the reality for Kim Taehyung, known as V from BTS. But this narrative took a surprising turn when an emotional moment was revealed. His mother visited him in camp. What really happened? This story isn't just about an idol undergoing mandatory military service. It unveils behind-the-scenes events full of surprises, emotional tension, and controversial speculation. An injury to his hand. What really happened? Early reports stated that V sustained a hand injury during military training. The intense physical drills, designed to build both physical and mental endurance, proved challenging even for a celebrity known for his fitness. An anonymous source from the camp claimed that while the injury wasn't serious, it did affect his daily activities. What raised eyebrows was that V didn't receive treatment at the usual medical facilities. Instead, he had a special visit from his mother. This sparked significant questions among fans and the public. Why did his mother need to be present? Was V's condition more severe than reported? An emotional reunion. Eyewitnesses in the camp described the meeting between V and his mother as deeply emotional. His mother, rarely seen in public, reportedly arrived with a worried expression. Their conversation seemed intense, and some soldiers who witnessed the moment admitted to being moved. This is a side of a superstar rarely seen. He's still just a son who needs his mother, shared an anonymous soldier. However, others questioned whether this visit involved preferential treatment, given the strict standards of the South Korean military. Public controversy. As news spread, reactions from the public and fans were mixed. On one hand, many praised the military for its flexibility and acknowledged that V, like any human being, deserved family support during tough times. On the other hand, some questioned whether this incident breached military protocol. One critic even stated that the visit might set a bad precedent. What about other soldiers who are injured? Can they also receive family visits easily? They wrote in an opinion column. Adding fuel to the fire, rumors began circulating that V's injury was more serious than reported, and his mother's visit was an attempt to ensure he received top medical care. Courage under pressure. Despite the controversy, one undeniable fact emerged. V showed remarkable courage under immense scrutiny. Serving in the military as an idol isn't easy, especially when every step is monitored by the public. Even a minor injury, like his hand injury, became a major topic, highlighting the enormous expectations he must meet. Could BTS's V return early? Another question emerging from this incident is whether the injury might affect V's mandatory service duration. In some cases, serious injuries can justify a discharge or reduced service time. Could this mean V might return to the entertainment world sooner than expected? As of now, there's been no official statement from the military or BTS's agency, hybe. However, fans have begun speculating on social media, creating theories based on the limited information available. Support from ARMY. Amidst all this, BTS fans, known as ARMY, demonstrated their unwavering support in extraordinary ways. Hashtags like #StayStrongV and #WeLoveYouTaehyung trended across social media platforms. Some fans even reached out to military authorities, ensuring V was receiving proper care. When he needs us, we have to be there for him, just like he's always been there for us, wrote one fan on Twitter. Conclusion: a lesson in humanity. This story is more than just news about a celebrity fulfilling his military duties. It's a reminder that behind the global fame and superstar status, V is still a human being facing challenges, pain, and emotional needs like everyone else. So, was his mother's visit just a heartwarming moment between a mother and her son, or is there something bigger behind it? Only time will tell. Is BTS's V's military visit fact or sensationalized drama? Let's discuss. Imagine a scenario that seems almost too dramatic to be real. A global K-pop star, usually gracing the world's biggest stages under the camera's glare and fan screams, now in a completely different setting. a hand injury during military training, an emotional mother-son reunion amidst strict military protocols, and swirling controversies about privilege and fairness. But let's pause to ask, is any of this even true? Or is it just an intentionally crafted drama? Why is this story so captivating? In the world of news, not everything gets massive attention. But when a BTS member, particularly V, is involved, everything can go viral. There's an irresistible clickbait element, a global superstar, the military, an injury, and a touching family moment. It's a perfect recipe for a story guaranteed to attract readers and, of course, comments. But how much of this story is true? Or are we all just part of a grand narrative designed to exploit our curiosity and emotions? Is there any real evidence? So far, neither the South Korean military nor HYB has confirmed the incident. All circulating information comes from anonymous sources, unverified eyewitnesses, or media quoting insiders. Let's consider, if this is true, why no official statement? For high-profile celebrities like BTS's V, every move is usually carefully managed by PR teams. If this story were true, wouldn't it make sense to issue an official statement to avoid excessive speculation? If this is false, why no denial? On the other hand, if the story isn't true, why hasn't anyone involved issued a clarification? Could this be part of a strategy to let speculation run its course and maintain public interest? Shock, emotion, and controversy, sensationalism, or fact. This story contains all the elements that make it intriguing. But digging deeper, some aspects seem implausible. Strict military protocols. South Korea's military is known for its disciplined rules. Family visits like this are usually allowed only in critical situations. But in V's case, his injury was reported as not serious. So, why was his mother permitted to visit? Perfect emotional narrative. The story's portrayal of an emotional and moving moment might seem too ideal. It almost feels crafted to evoke public sympathy and reinforce V's image as a relatable superstar. Organized media reaction within hours of the story breaking, hashtags like #StayStrongV trended. Was this purely organic fan support, or was there an orchestrated effort to keep the story in the spotlight? What's your perspective? Now, let's turn the question to you as the reader. How do you feel about this story? Do you find it touching, or do you suspect something bigger behind it? Do you believe the story is entirely true? Perhaps you think, why overthink it? It's just about a son needing his mom. This viewpoint is valid, especially if you focus on V's humanity. Do you find the story too contrived? Conversely, you might wonder, what about other injured soldiers? Why is only V's story getting this much attention? If this is a media or agency tactic, is it ethical? Why are we so easily drawn in? This story taps into three core emotions: sympathy, curiosity, and shock. As readers, we often lack the time to verify facts. We're quick to accept emotionally charged narratives as truth. However, it's crucial to remember that not everything we read is factual. In a world where fake news and sensationalism dominate, we must critically assess the information we consume. What can we learn from this story? 1. Don't believe everything instantly. Verify sources before jumping to conclusions. Point 2. Question larger narratives. If a story seems too perfect or dramatic, it may warrant skepticism. Point 3. Stay critical, but keep empathy. Even if the story isn't entirely true, it doesn't mean we should lose compassion for the real challenges V might be facing. Conclusion: fact or fiction? So, does this story reflect reality, or is it just a hoax created for sensationalism? The truth might remain unclear unless the military or HYB issues a clarification. What's undeniable, though, is that this tale reminds us how easily we're swayed by emotional and dramatic narratives. Ultimately, it's up to you to believe, doubt, or simply enjoy the story as entertainment. What do you think? Is this story genuine or fabricated? Share your thoughts.